What's up, everybody? This is Chris here, and I have something I want to share with you that's going to help you with your copywriting. And this is not something that I created, but it's something that was shown to me by a well-known copywriter. Has had a lot of direct mail success back in the 70s, 80s. Awesome guy. And this is an awesome exercise for you to use. Like if you are trying to figure out what to say in an email or a sales page, like maybe you think you know the main promise that you are offering to your customer, but you feel like you could get a little more clarity, or maybe you're just struggling with kind of a case of writer's block and you just don't know what to say. So this is a real quick exercise that you can do that really clarifies like how you can connect emotionally with your customer, because the more that you can connect on an emotional level and really we do that by understanding where they're coming from and their the real thing that they're trying to solve, the real problem they're trying to solve by buying your product, then the more conversions that we'll have, and hopefully you're selling something that really helps people. So if we take this spreadsheet here, so I've got product and then feature benefit, and then after that we ask the question, so what? And then we ask it again and again and again. So you probably heard people talk about, list out the features and then the benefit, right? So you list out the features of a product and the benefit. Well, what this exercise does is it forces you to make those benefits mean something. So it's not enough just to say this is the benefit that you get. So you put yourself in the position of the prospect and you say, okay, benefit one does this, so what? Why should I care about that? And you answer that. And then you say, well, why should I care about that? So what? And you keep going at least, 4, maybe 5 so what's deep. And by the time you get to a deeper level, you're going to have a much better understanding about why that benefit means something. So I'm just going to try this on the fly here. The way this would work, like if we were doing, let's say we were selling like a tent, like a tent for a family, All right. So one of the features might be that it has, extra space inside. Like you can stand up. So it's got a high ceiling. What would you say that? Feature is got a high ceiling in the middle. Benefit is you can stand up in the tent. All right. Features got a high ceiling in the middle of the tent. Benefit, you can stand up in the tent, right? So if you were writing copy and this is all you had, you could say, a bullet point might be easily stand up in the tent, right? That's just kind of it's a thing. It's not really exciting. But if we then say, okay, stand up in the tent, so what? Well, this means that if I could stand up, maybe I'm more comfortable, not as cramped. All right, that's my first so what. So I'm more comfortable, I'm not as cramped. Well, so what? The so what on comfort is that you will actually end up enjoying, you'll enjoy the trip even more with your family. Okay? Well, so what? So what that I enjoy the trip even more with my family? And you might be laughing at this, but like this is the exercise. So what? I'm enjoying the trip more with my family. What does that mean? Well, if you are enjoying the trip more with your family, you are making, it's going to be easier to make memories is what I'm trying to say. Make memories you'll cherish, maybe something like that. And we could keep going. So what I'm trying to do is get to something that's like emotional for the prospect. So as I'm writing this, like I'm picturing somebody like me, like a dad, who's tall, about just a normal height, 5'11", 6 feet, whatever. Tense or cramped spaces. I can stand up in this one. Why does that matter? I'm comfortable. Being more comfortable is going to let me enjoy the trip with my family more, which is going to allow me to look back fondly. Ooh, that's interesting. Okay. So now we're like, when you, I figure out how to say this, but I'll just say it. So when you look back on your next trip, you won't have the bad experience of being uncomfortable. You won't be distracted. Hang on. What happened there? Be distracted by discomfort, and you can create an experience your family will always remember. Okay, so this is kind of connecting back to like, you want to, usually if you're a family going on a camping trip, like you're trying to create these memories, right? And you can see how we started with just the simple idea of this tent is easy for a grown adult to stand up in, right? It's got a high ceiling in the middle. I can stand up in it. That's the straight feature and benefit. But just by taking a little bit more time and forcing those ideas to do a little extra effort, we come up with a better understanding of how we're going to connect with the person who's buying this product. So that could come across in our images. It could also come across in how we talk about this tent. So, if I'm listing out, a feature, enough room for a grown man to stand up in the tent, that's going to be like the headline. Then the dash, the hyphen, the next to it is, don't let discomfort distract you from what's really important. So you're connecting back to that big thing, that big idea that's important to the prospect. And, this is how the exercise works. So you take your product, feature, benefit, and then ask yourself, so what? At least 3 times. Usually, if you can get it to 4 or 5, it's even better. So that's what I want to share with you today. And this is an exercise that's super helpful for me. I hope it's helpful for you. Leave a comment below. Let me know what questions you have, any feedback, things like that. And we'll talk to you soon. Thanks.